Good morning. Wow. We up. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. One more time. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all feel out there this morning? Reggae Wednesday, everybody. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Take care of your complexion. What am I do? What am I try? Where the whole of them a plan? Don't get me wrong because we love black woman and we don't stop crying.
Let's go.
We all black woman. Respect all the girls them with that complexion.
All my y'all people, reggae people, let's go.
We all black woman. Nothing's a want for who no complexion. Someone and where you get it. Give me no. Me love me car, me love me bike, me love me money and thing. But most of all, me love me brownie. Love me car, me love me bike, me love me money and thing. But most of all, me love me brownie. Pamela and Dan, Suzette and Nadine, I wanna what the whole vibe of them thinking.
King.
Them a plan and them a con and them a scheme, cause them want much of me and me brownie. But all the rumor them a spread and a pop up her head, my land and not listening. And she know what she alone and me must come back home to her in the evening. And me and her is very close and me love her the most and me not hurt her feeling. So all the talk them a talk.
Reggae Wednesday, everybody. Good morning.
My land and not living.
5:30 in the morning. Let's go, y'all. Come on, 5:33 in the morning. Hey.
But most of all, me love me brownie. Love me car, me love me bike, me love me money and things. Come now, come now.
Champion lover, gonna make you feel alright. Whoa.
They call me Mr. Lover, man. They call me Mr. Lover.
Good morning.
Mr. Lover, man. They call me Mr. Lover.
Good morning.
Mr. Lover, man. They call me Mr. Lover.
Yeah.
Mr. Lover, man. They call me Mr. Lover. Because a woman take a chick coming from England to satisfy her soul. You know, say she want a man, but it's a ranking. She go come and I go make she explode just like a bomb. Every hour, every minute, and every second.
Champion lover, no ease up tonight.
I got some good news for black people in America. Alabama. We'll talk about that later. Let's go, y'all. I'm to the building. Good morning, everybody. Let's go. Good morning. On at 5:34 in the morning. We in the building. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Don't try and push me over.
About to hit this. So I got a new mushroom coffee from Republica. I'm going to try it today. Now, I make this one differently. I make this one like I make real coffee. Let's see what it tastes like. Let's go.
I will put it to what this one can make a pass it. Put it to what this man have a disrespect. Put it to what this is not the rose among the best. Put it to what this girl you love the greatest. I'm not looking for the good, I'm looking for the best. Still not the best, but I you me request. It's you I request until death. And I could never try to disrespect. Life, to clear your eye and to tear off the chest. Beat you in the east and beat you in the west.
I can be as good as the best of them, and as bad as the worst. So don't test me.
Good morning, everybody. Unction the bell in the morning. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Reggae Wednesday, everybody. Let's go. Let's go get some Reggae Wednesday.
This is boy. This is boy. Beating on my boom boom.
Yeah, he crazy. Yeah. That's why I put him on here yesterday. But he was trying to make a point. You know what I'm saying? He told me later. I was trying to make a point.
Well, I might be cool, I might be simple, but I'm not with your timber gun. Drop me coffee to keep you cool.
Good morning, Ja.
You never know, see me run the school, so me got the girls them tool, fool. Must realize and understand, say me sing the stand for the girls them on. God, you want this me from 19 no long when man.
The original Reggae Wednesday, the morning on and morning emails, ladies in the bill. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Ready. Some man of my mind, you know I no girl. Go back in a drama, listen to me style and catch the pattern.
Oh, that's nice. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Hey.
So I give them all their mind and soul and everything and an expanded why the DJ singing? That child, listen up. So, come on, me and the man just let me know. And if I be no sorry for snow. Affection in me heart just a bubble of the show. Can't hold it back, must have been.
Get your wine on this morning. Wine, rare wine, rare wine, rare wine, rare wine. We. Me kind, me kind, me kind, me kind, me kind, me.
You see me walking out, then something must be wrong. I will never do you that, just me no one. Tell boy you play so much, if you me sing a song from the bottom of me heart. Because
yeah, let's go.
me check for you so much, so me not go do your that. How my men and me life apart and me come flat. Natural African girl, she cool and she black. With a lot of tenderness to make the take up.
I work with Riff, I work with Paz K. I did a lot of work. My main work was, first of all, I'm not a manager, just so you understand. I'm a talent guy. I'm over music. I'm an executive producer. So I produce for a lot of people, from reggae artists to everybody else. But I also work I manage Positive K from a management position, and also from I work with other groups like just a bunch of groups on signed to different labels, from Atlantic Records to and my intro is Atlantic, Sony, and Capitol and SBK. Now my intro into the business was choreography. Besides doing shows, I used to rap, you know that, but my intro was in the business was choreography. That's when I started making my money.
Tell them Ninja Man.
Then I started getting deals for all different artists, you know what I'm saying? So I was a deal maker. And now with MOP, I serve in different capacities, and one of them is management, but I'm not really a manager. You know, that's not really my status. But they have, now that you speak of it, I am going to be on this list of the top 50 hip-hop executives. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Tell them Ninja Man, me nah left my weapons. When you sip on the Ninja Man, you see some me a gunslinger.
Yes, absolutely.
Look at the face of the Ninja.
Absolutely. I worked with him on that album and got him his deal on Island Records, and was instrumental in the music business of putting that together. And even instrumental in helping Island go over to Def Jam. You don't know that. Def Jam go over to Polygram. See? Was a part of that process too. Wicked in bed, and I'm also. I am. The comma. And wicked in bed, in a Medina bed.
And no wicked in the bed, wicked man and mad in the bed, enough in the bed, but no
one. Listen, my life is behind the scenes. I've always been behind the scenes. I'm pretty happy where I am. Had a lot of fun. Continue to have fun. I'm going to continue to do great things behind the scenes, by the way. Because, I go against some of the basic rules, you know? So everything you know about the business now is something that I was done. All the guys that are making money, big guys, I used to be part of that little circle, but I just, circle's kind of weird. So I was like, nah,
fresh like a rose in a what girl clothes. Got them a bashment. Me and me crew would have.
Not knocking anybody though, because at the end of the day, it's about the progress we make. So we focus on things that make us progress. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, y'all.
I've done it.
But don't argue with people that don't understand, because you really got to be inside to have an understanding of how this business works. Let's go.
You need to check yourself before you start kiss your teeth.
You not ready for this yet, boy.
Have you ever?
My mentor was a man named Danny Sims, and he was, rest in peace. He was the one that owned this company called Cayman Music, which was the Bob Marley catalog. And he taught me a lot about the business from back then. And he taught me the power in staying right below the surface so nobody knows you're there, but you can do a lot of work without people looking at you. Let's go.
Did you even realize a woman That's why you're that one.
And the real power brokers in the entertainment business, you don't know them. You won't even see them.
The sun stopped shining for them. Tell you it was under the sycamore tree. A boy want me go, want me tell him to flee. I tell you it was under the sycamore tree. The sun stopped shining for me. Well, remember when we used to row? You used to rock.
Well, we wouldn't maintain control because, a lot of us don't understand the business. And a lot of times we think these people are our friends. They're not our friends. You might be seeing me hugging somebody and showing love to somebody, but I understand the business. They're not my friends. I am, we are doing business. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But we are emotional people, so we love our business. You know what I'm saying? So, I know who my friends are. You know what I'm saying? I don't use that word lightly.
Boy, you think me simple but not take man for school. You want to ride, go get a donkey or a mule. You want to ride when you know on your own at all. Man of this, a man of that, boy, you a fool.
Good morning, everybody. On to the building. This is the morning on in the morning emails. For those that don't know. But choreography was the way I really made my money early in the game. Shout out to my brother DR Period. Speaking of that, I'm going to see him later on today. Going down to get some music, my man DR Period. He out there making music. We're going to start this thing right. Let's go, y'all. Up to the building.
It don't matter if you're rich or you're poor. Cause every man want the best girl for more. Then if I you got a whole of y'all, who wants the wicked Islam?
TD Lovin comes in for Reggae Wednesday. Good morning, TD. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Up to the building.
Tell all people that come. I see.
Yeah. Let's go.
So one nice but slow. Me and me friend them don't flap the show.
She has you like a whole under and she a big party show.
That if you know, certain girl have one nice but slow. Me and me friend them don't flap the show.
She gets used like a whole under and she a big party show.
Hold security. Yeah. Let's get some, y'all. Come on, to the building. This is Reggae Wednesday. Morning, yawning. Reggae music, dance on 90s style. Let's get them, y'all. All my Tegaregs out there, Brownsville, pull up.
To be the only in your life, I want to be the only blind real quality time and affection. One man can run on that combination. All she a look, she no see the miss a man.
Good morning.
Tear up resume, burn up application. One look she take, and me fit the position. No matter how in and the way, run away the little man. Don't you want this song to rock you all night?
Brian Bougie.
Oh man, I see trouble, you hold me at the bubble. Something must be wrong. Not you know me, no, I'm not.
This album with Chaka Demus and Pliers and Buju and all the Bogle stuff, the Bogle album, I worked on that as well. I actually had the picture in my house, the artist painting of that in my house. I spent a lot of time in Jamaica. Shout them out, reggae people. Shout them out. Let's go. Also did a big joint from Flex, Flex by Mad Cobra. I worked with that one. Big remix for that tune there. Let's go, y'all. Ladies.
It's love. The kind of girl when don't feel love up, she man. Man, if you want to get the medal, you have to get a slam from a real ghetto girl again. Give me the girl with the slam. The kind of girl when don't feel love up.
But as it pertains to MOP, I felt that since I got him in the game, it was important for me to maintain, to show them how to maintain their career, because a lot of people don't have a career anymore. And that started when we started. And my job at that point was to teach them how to maintain their career and then extend it. And show them all the different streams of ways you can make money in the music business, as well as, and you don't have to always sell records. You can actually make money in the business if you pay attention to the streams. That was way before streaming too, by the way. And also, guys are going away. They don't have their catalog. They can't leave it for their children. and we have worked out ways that we can maintain control and power over the MOP catalog, which people want to get, but they can't get it. They can't get it from me, and you won't get it from the crew. Aya, 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 aya. Let me stop. Let me shut up before they come down on me. I'm actually negotiating with Sony right now. We're having a good conversation. Let's not scream about it. You guys are very nice people.
No passive face can't sit up in your home. You have your own man in your own love zone. See them run. When I bust my gun. You know how we do. See them run.
But let me tell you something. I grew up in one of the toughest neighborhoods in New York City. I knew a lot of dudes who were very tough. Just out the gate, from young kids, they were tough, and they became very kind of gangster kind of guys. I ain't never seen no gangsters like I've seen in the entertainment business. And let me tell you something. The gangsters in this business don't come with a gun. They come with a pen. That's how they come. Sign right here.
Man, a bad man.
Be careful.
Like we are trying to
bad man.
Well done. Yo, some say again. Be feelings them a carry, them done bow already, and them can't say them sorry, yeah. Slew them and be feelings them a carry. You know, want them something again. Well, you want your weak name. Who them a could have got them a try. Them got this king still I see what you all like them.
Good morning, TD.
Who them a make us see them with the spell. Them this money well and them so gone at hell, yeah. Who them a could have them Marcus. Them this Marcus, I know them all by the dust, yeah. Who them a make us tell them to flirt. Tell them can't this mama hurt. You know see.
October 10th, MOP will be in Florida, Miami. Drink Champs. Shout out to Nori, DJ FM, my man Has, the whole crew down there. Drink Champs. Shout out to Revolt TV. The boys will be down there doing their thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to and we're going to be partying, having a good time, spending some time, and having fun, and doing interviews in a good way. Enjoying ourselves.
Now watch them woman. How we call them boy? Them pussy watch man.
They want to get a world famous. Their flowers. You understand what I'm saying? So before you ask me what I do, just understand, do you feel my impact? Let's go.
It's a great man reaching
5:49 in the morning, up to the bill. Let's go, y'all. Come on. Shout out to my man Miz. He came through yesterday crazy. I was like, what the hell? But he talked to me afterwards, and he was like, look, Blaze, I was trying to make a point that the shit is still bad. Racism is still bad. They still right here. And I just put the suit on to make a point. I was like, not you thinking. I said, but that might have been a little too, your point might have been a little too strong for people. So I actually took the show down. I was like, no, we're not going to play that show. I took it off Facebook and a couple on all of the different platforms. So you'll never see that show again. That's going in the archives.
Imagine get us up in your latest wheel. You can get Versace cause a type and stay here. You come out to here for us.
I took it down for the optics of it, because if you didn't know the show or the sense of humor of the show, then you might just turn on your TV and see that and be like, oh shit, you know. I thought it was hilarious though. Be honest with you.
Remember what day when we sing simmer. Every man call each year Rockefeller. Much women know say me are the girls them sugar. Don't make mistake too.
Let's go, come on.
What's a bada. We no walla. What am I talk about? Me the DJ never follow. Them a friend of me. What's that me? What take myself to make a new technology? What's a bada. Me no walla. What am I talk about? Me King Jam me never follow. Them a friend of me. What's that me? What take myself to make no? Mojo Montana me artist and me rate him as me should. But me wonder what we go on from him go a Hollywood. Now the big song he sing a rate up in the neighborhood. If you want to come and walk them.
Good morning, y'all.
Easy.
All of the man with your upper and stopper. If you drinking it and you do your work proper, nobody can call you no Marcus Stopper. Again, let me see your hand if you a dapper. All of the man with your upper and stopper. If you drinking it and you
Yo, Miz. I took that show down yesterday. It was too much. Yes, you got it. But Miz is hilarious. You understand? It's funny. So, Miz, if I let you back in today, we just can't do any racially charged. All right, Miz, we can't do any racially charged stuff, and we can't do any gender. We can't do any racial or gender. All right, hey, find funny anywhere else. People are very sensitive right now. Reggae music.
Think that one you are golden. You full of man control, sexy body girl. Think that one you are golden. A baby ball it up, brave and bold, baby. Think that one you are golden. I tell no lie. You full of man control, sexy body girl. Think that one you are golden. A baby. People, watch this. I'm say, so man I play no matter. No man I never see no picture. But I in none of that it won't do. Cause anytime you see the little fat thing kill me up the thing say round the Babylon shut starting. Everybody one of them cause she charming. Every man knows that the woman them a lead.
Shout out to our brother Busta Rhymes. 50 Cent tour still going on their way to Europe right now. They're in Toronto the other day, and now they're going to Europe. They're out there doing some great stuff. Shout out to Busta Rhymes. He's out there killing it right now. I can't wait to see him in Europe. I'm gonna go out there, and we're probably gonna jump on a few dates with Busta and the boys. Those my boys, my brothers right there doing anything.
X is amount of fashion, ain't no fate attraction. I forgive, baby, let me be your man.
Hip hop news today. Your boy Kanye West working on a new solo album. He's got a verse out now that's kind of crazy, and I'm listening to the verse. I'm like, yo, this guy's amazing. And they're saying it might be an AI verse. I think it's coming out that it's Kanye. Straight verse though.
What you do must have to get place. Coulda run till you run right out of the place. You know they still acting like me take you without chance. True, you are the assassin wherever take the place. Like your mama consecrate your body with grace. Boy, you good looking for a while and look here. Remember about your passion when you decide to share more. Can go to get your life with your hand beer.
Yeah, we're going to drink champ.
Understand clear. Oh, and you to have to have you near. Oh, what of a kind of man like you are rare. Baby, don't go now. Only pull up.
Hey, yeah.
No man no look you but me no in on the race. So no matter what you do, you get run till you run right out of the place. You still acting and me take you every touch. As after man on the seat up on your can. If you realize that you every man a feature. As I give them something speaking. On your girls, then sing. So when wife come out, them push to the bone. Now what we both man cause them up with the bone. Me a take come out and I one like she a kiss me. She in and she keep up. Wife be a winner, big sprinter stay up. The man express me can't take your lover. It a get loving, hard round the kitchen. Wife on the moon, she take the plane and go foreign. Me it not ready, tell everybody. She a get the love, but you get the money. Wife exquisite, everything you happy. Now worry who no sell cost, everything legit. Yeah. So when wifey come out, them bush to the bone. Then no worry about man, cause them up to the bone. Me it come out and I want like she a kiss me.
I'm gonna try again with Miz today. Miz, you can't do any racial. I know it's, yeah.
it's all about you. And the big fat sister now yo me. If you want them friends, them know me. For them arguments.
Good morning, everybody. Unks in the building. Let's go. Let's get it popping. The best damn morning show in the world. Let's go. The morning on in the morning emails. 5:56 in the morning. Unks in the building. Oh, I'm putting together that new my new theme song in the morning. So we'll get that real soon. Once that's done, I gotta mix it down. You know, I do my own mixes. Don't worry about it. I get it covered. And I write my own skits out. Listen, I'm not worried about that. I love the fact that we get all the play. Thank you, Angeline Diva. It's out there. Also, we get a bunch of commercials, stuff like that, you know, little theme songs. But at the end of the day, it's a powerful theme. And we get it. Shout to DR period. We work well together, y'all. Let's go. Wait till you hit a new MOP album, though. I got to tell you something. The great thing about MOP is that they are a timeless group. Wait till you hit a new album. And the new deal. I'll announce the new deal. We're just working on the details now. But I'm going to announce the new deal real soon. World famous. Let's go, y'all.
Well, woman, no one obeyed. Them not gonna feel violate if you accelerate. Man, a day, the more you infiltrate.
Let's go.
Woman, the more you tear down them wall and them. Man, no one obeyed. Them not gonna feel violate if you accelerate. Man, a day, the more you infiltrate. Woman, them why you tear down them wall and them gates in the year. Well, woman, I wanna good from an boat where you are. You fit tell that for tear off his suit. Them no wanna do it whenever you know the mood and them.
I think they might have got me on the MOP page. I will be back on the MOP page, y'all. I'm gonna remove it. Thank you. And I'm gonna come right back on the MOP page. I will play a little more music until 6. Yeah, they did get the MOP page, but we're gonna come back to it. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, John.
Well, I know one girl alone at me weak, but I only good body girl want me sick. Man, I get the killer, me not even a stick.
And we will be sitting down with Rock Nation to talk about doing some business with them. The key for MOP is that they just got to do their own thing, and they're rock stars. Let them be rock stars.
Freestyle with my shorty, burning my chalice through the night.
And now that everybody's kind of, everybody's senior and elders, we can have a conversation. And nobody is ready right now more than Fame. Fame is on fire. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
I'm searching. That is one of the biggest things. I'm searching.
That's kind of one of the reasons why I let the MOP page onto the platform. Let's go. Yeah, that's why I let the MOP page into the portfolio when it comes to the morning emails. I let the MOP page in because I use it as a way to discuss what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Miz, come on in here. We're gonna have to talk to the people. Bring them back from yesterday. It was hilarious, but it was just too much yesterday.
Check me out on SoundCloud.
Let's go. Get them this morning. Let's get them popping. This mushroom coffee is real. Shouts along with Preparatory Academy in the Bronx, New York. My sister, Dr. Asia Johnson, doing her thing. I just built a new room in there. That's right. I have other businesses too. I'll be working. And my studio building business, I built a studio in the Bronx, another one. And I'm also finishing a dance room in Harlem. Harlem, what's up, Harlem? Let's get it poppin'. 197. Let's go, y'all. The world famous will be in Miami next week doing Drink Champs, Adori. Let's go. Shout out to Fat Joe. Shout out to all the DJs down in Miami. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing. We will be down there. I'm bringing my sticks with me. Let's go, y'all. Come on.
Lightning and thunder for all of the man them were from a man start to number 2 and him can't get a drop of smoke.
Well, if you really want to know the story, you know, and this is what. 6 o'clock. Let me turn around. I'll talk about that in a second.
Hey Dad, it's Dahlia. Congratulations on your new show. I know how you get, so don't be too rough on them. Love you and good luck. Bye.
Love you too, Monkey.
Welcome to The Raw Perspective with your host, the incomparable Uncle Lays, a.k.a. Lays Elliott, a.k.a. Lays the world famous, kicking with you in topics about health, politics, music, art, culture, and now for your host, the legendary Uncle Lays.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
What's up, y'all?
Your boy,
hey, yo, Lays is rock. Oh, yo, get in there and tell the people what it is, man. Let them know what this thing is all about.
Come on, man.
Information.
That's what we do. We get information, inspiration, and an invitation to wake up in the morning with your boy Uncle Lays, the world famous, most dangerous, Saratoga Avenue, Brownsville's finest. You know what? If you don't know me, you're not from there. All right, I was there all my life as a kid. Shout to my cousin Biz, Mom Brenda, and everybody. 430 Saratoga, the whole building. The whole neighborhood, Prospect Plaza, Saratoga Avenue, 1400, 10 Amboy, Pickens Avenue, all the way down to Brownsville, Howard houses, all the way up the hill for the plazas, all the way to Sally Mathis, all the way in the entire neighborhood. You just shout the entire neighborhood of Brownsville out. We were not there by choice. We were there by circumstance, but we are proud of our circumstances. That makes us who we are. This your boy, Uncle Lazy in the building. Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling out there this morning? Reggae Wednesday is my favorite day of the week. I enjoy it. I have a great time on Reggae Wednesday. Let's get some shout outs this morning. Let's shout them out, everybody. Let's shout them out this morning. K. Perez, Jada Chef, Angeline Diva, good morning. Mo Bye-bye. What up, Troy Mumford? Good morning. Crime Skull, good morning. Yes, yeah, I got it, man. It was a great song. I'll tell you, there's history behind that song. I'll tell you the story behind that. Guy Burns, good morning. Sky Daniels, good morning. Angeline, good morning again. Ms. Oh, boy, you got a lot of explaining to do. Andrew Blevins, good morning, everybody. Yeah. We'll talk about that in a second. It's your boy, Uncle Lazy. Yes, Tanya Hazelhurst Dawkins, good morning, sis. I don't know if you're up this morning, but I want to talk to you. I want to talk about how our career started with Tanya. We'll talk about that in a minute. Because sometimes people don't know who I am, and I like that. We're just having a good time this morning. Shout to the world most famous, most dangerous. Shout to my OSG family. Let's go, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Unc's in the building. We are here. This is the morning yawn in the morning emails for those that don't know. Oh, man. So yesterday, directly across the street from 430, there's a new liquor store, and it's called The Hill. Yeah, I seen it yesterday. Well, listen, when they talk about The Hill, there are a lot of legends out there. First of all, I was a young kid. As a kid growing up, I looked up to a lot of the legends out there in Brownsville. And some people doing positive stuff. So, there was the Tomahawks, and there was people down at 444 and all the different people down that would organize things. I don't want to say a lot of names. A guy from The Hill, a very, very powerful guy from The Hill came to me one day and said, "How come y'all never said my name on the record?" I said, "Listen, because first of all, I don't really agree with those guys. if you notice something about all them guys, and I want to name no names, right? But that was saying names of these hood guys that were still out there. Did you notice that like 2 years later they all got arrested? I'm not doing that. Sorry, you stupid ass. Sorry, we're not doing that. We're not naming people's names on the record. We just talked about, real OG had hit me up. Because they just come check on me, you know what I'm saying? They come see how I'm doing, Like, I don't know what they're checking on me for, but, because I never really got involved in that whole life, the crime life, on the Hill. But they come check on me, like, hey, man, we just seen what you're doing. And they would tell me, hey, we like what you're doing. Because the way we play it is we would talk about it in quotation marks, but we wouldn't talk about, we never named names unless we were saluting someone who had passed away. And salute to all the young men. When now that we look at them, the young men that have passed away from a neighborhood, we realize how young they were. And as we become older now, I got sons older and kids older than some of those guys, that passed away on the Hill. And you realize how young the Hill was. But in the back of my building, which is no longer there, I put a mural up and I called it The Hill As Real. And it was already called The Hill As Real, obviously. I don't know exactly who called it The Hill As Real, but I put The Hill As Real on the mural because I wanted the world to see it. I wanted everybody in the world to see what it was. So shout out to The Hill As Real. And that hill was real. Trust me, and I thought it was important for me to, when Scoop, actually my cousin Biz called me about Fame, and Scoob called me about Fame, my day one Scoob. Johnny Famous and aka Johnny Famous, and he was like, yo, you got to do something. I was already riding high, man. I was chilling. Me and Paz was out on the road doing our thing. I Got a Man was a platinum record. Shout out, another platinum plaque. Come on, man. Yeah. We had 13 years for real. I mean, listen, you realize, but my job, I had a job working in the G building. One of my jobs, I was LPN. And then when I came, I did some time in the National Guard. Shout out to the National Guard. That's why I get up so early in the morning. And then when I came home on a medical, I had, I would do once a month, like because National Guard, once a month and 2 weeks out of the year, training, bivouac out in the field. So I had a job working for the G building as an LPN back then. And I didn't realize that a lot of my guys that was in the building were actually patients in the G building. So I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, no wonder. It makes sense. I was like, okay. I get it. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Okay. Yeah, I was giving him medication. I was like, oh, shit, what up, bro? You good? Yeah, I'm chilling. I need my meds. I was like, okay, all right. I'm a little, as a kid, you know what I'm saying? You fighting these big mutants. They were like in 55, they were like grown men with beards. I was a little kid, and I'd get into a fight with somebody and the dude would pummel me into salt. I would pummel. I didn't realize I was fighting a grown-ass man. He just happened to be 14 or 12, but he had the strength of a grown man. Shout out to my neighborhood, though. So anyway, so now you go around the world, they know the Hill as real. And, a lot of people, there was a lot of politics on that hill and people had issues left and right. But I was like, you know what? For me, it was simple. I had to do something for a kid who had just lost his brother. And that's all. I didn't even know that Fame, how good Fame was as an artist at the time. I just see a guy who lost his brother who was actually all right with me. I his brother was cool with me. We weren't close, but I would see him around. I would give him five. What up, man? How you doing, brother? Never really got into any kind of conversation too deep than, hey, man, good to see you, whatever. Because me and Scoob was on a different type of time. The time me and Scoob was on. We was uptown. We was chasing women. You know how that goes. And so when it came down to, Malik, rest in peace. When I heard he had passed, I felt it was I was obligated to do something. I kept coming around the way. Remember, I was gone. I had already moved out. I was doing very well. I was married to my first wife, and we were living very George Jefferson style, high on the horse in Jersey. but I felt it was important for me to do something. And actually, 30 years later, we did something. How about that? Look at us now. Look at us now. How about that? You can't turn on a television commercial. You can't turn on a movie. You can't turn on anything without seeing some influence of MOP. People are on tours, major tours, doing our records. Major artists around the world. You got to show it. I'm telling you. Reggae Wednesday, everybody. Unks in the building. Look at us now. How about that? So yeah, we did have 13-year-old gangster. There's a new liquor store called the Hill Asheville. Yeah. You can't count the influence. So now when we do Drink Champs next week, listen, of course, next week we're going to do Drink Champs. Of course, we're going to do that. So I was apprehensive about doing this. Hi, April. I had even spoke to April about it. I was like, I didn't want to do Drink Champs until we had the new album done, because I wanted to take advantage of the millions of fans that watch Drink Champs. So, we could have a good first week with the album or documentary. I think it's time for a documentary. I think it's time we pull together everybody, but we got to do it big. You know what I'm saying? Like Netflix or Amazon or something like that. So that's, real documentary, because it's a great story. And why do we have so much influence on the business, on the entertainment side of things? We have a tremendous amount of power and influence, and I think it's important. Well, I mean, screw the NFL. I mean, that's just business. Again, that's just business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, those things are, they're not incredibly lucrative, but they are very powerful as far as platform goes. You know what I'm saying? These theme songs, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's important that we continue to do that. I just know the boys get some very healthy checks. I can tell you that. And it's teaching you guys that there are more ways to skin a cat, a lot of ways to stream it, to get income in this business and just stay on top of it. So shout to them, and shout to everybody that supports the record, and everybody that supports the group, because the group is more than just the record. The group is a powerful group representing from Brownsville, Brooklyn. Shout to, with a 30-year rap career. You got dudes that came out platinum that can't get arrested today. Shout to MOP. Let's go. Shout to MOP. Let's get it. Let's go get it. And then, now we can sit down with the bosses on equal ground, which I love about that. And we can say, hey, man, what's up? Yeah, we love what you did, but, you got to respect what we do, too. Right. No kitty jazz. You and your cats, Angelique. So anyway, just to see. So we're gonna go do Drink Champs, and we're gonna have a good time. No sob story conversations. You have a deal with Amazon Thursday night. Yeah. I know. Thank you very much for that information, dear Troy. Yeah, nice little situation with Amazon. That's nice. Mr. Spice, good morning. Good morning. All I can tell y'all is to educate yourselves about the business. If you want to get into this business, educate yourselves. And I think education is the key. And that's important. That's why I got with the Off School Grounds Coalition. Well, me and Dennis, kind of when he started it, he asked me to come aboard and run it with him, saying, so to be a part of it. I don't know much about the education system. I just know that we're not educating our kids. So I was like, we got to figure out a way to educate our kids, because a lot of kids are getting out there, getting into the businesses, and they're coming in, not knowing how to manage and maneuver. And, because all business is different, every situation, every deal, everything we do is different. So it's important that we manage. Good morning, Mr. Spice. How you doing, brother? This is Reggae Wednesday, everybody. You know what I do on Wednesday. We have a great time on Wednesday. But, one thing about it is we do great for Brooklyn. And we represent Brooklyn well. There you go. That's the point I'm making. The point to this whole conversation is representation of our neighborhood. And that's where we grew up. Now, I know we didn't own much in the neighborhood, but at least we represented where we walk and where we live. Shout to Brownsville, Brooklyn. Shout them out one time for your mind. And next week we were down and we were doing Drink Champs next week. So, and today we're gonna go down to see DR period down in AC. we're getting the music going. It has to start with DR period. It has to go. And shout out, look what we've done with DR period. Old Daryl D. Daryl D. DR's named Daryl D. He should be a beatbox in my neighborhood. So let's get on the phone this morning. I haven't talked to a lot of people this morning. I want to get on the phone this morning and talk to my friends. First, I'm going to call my sister, Tanya Hazelhurst Dawkins, see how Tanya's doing. If Tanya, if you're not available, don't worry about it, because I really want to reach out to y'all this morning. Ms., take it easy today. No, hey, Ms., no racial jokes and no. How about some hardcore? No racial joke. By the way, we own To the Death, the album. So I'm waiting for the right situation so we can re-release it. So I'm looking for it. So once we get the situation for the next album, I'm going to re-release all of the past albums as a box set. So y'all get to absorb MOP under one roof, and y'all get to hear you can hear the growth, the journey, and all the input that we put in to make it great. So that's going to be kind of cool. So definitely get ready for that. But we started with Drink Champs. Let's go, y'all. Next week. Good morning. Let's see how my sister TD Lovin is doing this. If she's around. I don't know if she's around this morning, but I'm making my calls this morning. I haven't called very many people. And I got to tone it down because Miz was crazy yesterday. I even took the show down, in case you didn't know.
Yes, hello.
Good morning, TD. How you doing, sis?
Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. So John brought up a subject early today, and he was like, yeah, Lays, I was arguing with a friend of mine, and he's like, what does Lays do? And how many people has Lays worked with? And what kind of, I guess they were trying to, just talk about MOP. And he's like, nah, Lays has done a lot in the game. And you a person that knows this firsthand.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
TD and I go back, and she knows the influence. So let me tell you what happened. I was with Buster the other day in New York City, and we at the Samsung building. He had a great event. Ebony Magazine did a whole thing. His Essence cover. Shout out to Mona Scott. Shout out to all of the big wigs that were in the building that day as they celebrated Busta Rhymes, and we were there to celebrate. He shouted me out and Fame out, and we almost got a standing ovation. People were just clapping for us. And I was like, wow, that's great, man. I was kind of choked up a little bit that he would even take time to mention us. You know what I'm saying? So, so then one of the editors from the magazine came over and said, we have you in as one of the 50 all-time 50 hip hop executives. And we wanted, to do a little thing on you and everybody else. And I said, wait, what did you run out of people? What happened?
Nah, you deserve that.
I said, listen, I'm hiding in the corner doing my little bodega thing, man. I'm not bothering nobody. Just I'm over here minding my business. But they're going to do something. And so thank you to all those magazines and everything. And sometimes when you're working, people think that you're working and nobody's paying attention to you. But, sometimes that little bit of recognition is good. So if you have somebody that's doing something good in your life, make sure you recognize them for their great work. Because sometimes when you're working, that little bit of battery gives you energy to keep going. And thank you to all the magazines, even for bringing me into that conversation. Essence, Ebony Magazine, Vibe Magazine. Thank you for bringing me into that conversation. So we'll see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And also next week,
I feel so. As your sis, I feel so proud. I'm so proud of you. And a lot of people do not know. They see the work, but they don't see the work behind the work.
Right.
And you have not only you've empowered, and you have put so many people in positions of greatness, and the great behind the greatness really has been you in a lot of people's lives, whether people say it or acknowledge it or not. I'm one of those people that I know that firsthand, what you've done over the years for others, and it's time that you get your flowers. So I am so grateful to the magazines who who are acknowledging you for the work that you've done for this hypocrisy. And I really mean that, you know.
Thank you very much. I mean, I wasn't looking for any acknowledgement, just so you understand.
No. I'm not saying that. You never do. You never do. You never do. You put in the work, and the results are there, and you know, the work speaks for itself. But like I said, when people look at entertainment, they only look at what's at the front. Very rarely do they look at what's in the back. What's the engine that's making this whole thing move?
Well, it's definitely a lot of work behind the scenes, and a lot of people don't get acknowledged for their work behind the scenes. I mean, there's so many people I know that do a tremendous amount of work. Shout out to my brother Tony Draper and all these other guys that do work behind the scenes that are never on camera. You never really see them. You never really see them, but they are. Without them, the business wouldn't be where it is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard. It's hard getting on camera. And my job is I do what's necessary. You know what I'm saying? Like if I need to make music, I'm gonna do it. I'm a talented producer. I know I'm a talented producer, so I can make music. But if I need to also drive the bus, I'm gonna drive the bus. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Absolutely. I've seen you do it. I've seen you do it all. So
yeah.
I like I said, I know firsthand, and I'm so grateful that you're being honored. This is exciting. I'm so excited for you. You know,
well, I'm not the only person being. I'm part of a group of people.
And I know that.
And I told them, I said, y'all must have ran out of people. So y'all looking at me.
No. Yes, you may be with a group of people, but you are definitely you're to be honored in your own right. And I say that. I've said this 1,000 times, you know, with my husband. I said if I have to, you know, if that's the road that God leads me back to, I have to work with my big brother.
Always, TD, you're very, and people don't know that Tanya is a very talented singer. She's a very talented actress. She has so many different talents that you don't even know. Mm-hmm. And the fact that if you were ever to decide to make some moves, whatever, I would always be there to make sure you get taken care of. TD lover. That's my sister. You know, I always got your back. So thank you very much, TD. And let me tell you something, man. You know, I don't do what I do with my guys because I know, you know, like I said, there's not a lot of as I'm humongous. Omar, what are you talking about? Flipping burgers. Well, yeah. Anyway, as I'm a guy that gets a lot of work done, I know it's not easy, and sometimes it's thankless. You know, and a lot of guys in music get disgruntled because they would go out there and work with the artists, and y'all will only know the artist. Y'all be like, yeah, DMX is the greatest, or Biggie was the greatest, but you don't see the guy behind that guy doing his work.
Absolutely.
That got to keep his head down and keep working. Shout out to my brother Blitz, works with Busta Rhymes, manages Busta.
You know what people don't understand? It takes a team. Right. It's just not the artist. It's the team behind the artist.
Right.
That makes the artist.
Well, that makes you successful. Successful is if the artist gets blamed for everything good and you get blamed for everything bad, then you've done your job. That's successful. Long as you keep because you can't, you know, if you're selling vegetables, you can't blame the celery. You have to blame. You better blame the farmer. Reggae Wednesday, TD Lovers in the house. How you like the music today, TD?
I'm enjoying the music. I'm like at the AM club. Okay, club AM.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but it's all good. It's all good. Thank you for calling me this morning. I haven't been on in a long time.
I know you haven't. And I saw you this morning. Because sometimes I know that you're up with the picnic and I don't want to, disturb you.
That time of year.
This time is school time. And yeah. But you're doing great. Again, a great mother and a great person, and my sister, who I love very much. TD Lover, everybody.
All right.
Have a great day, sister.
Okay, have a great one, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Oh yeah, we rocking this morning. We get flowers. You got to get flowers. Good morning, everybody. I'm Chitty Bone. This is the morning yawn in the morning emails. Shout them out one time for your mind. Let's go. So, what question would you ask MOP if you were on Drink Champs next week and you were Nori? What's the questions you would ask? And put your questions in the thing. I'm gonna save the questions. And I'm gonna tell Nori, listen, I do the morning show. I need to answer some questions. And these are some of the people in the morning show that would have questions that you may not ask MOP. What would you ask MOP if you had the opportunity to ask these questions? What would you ask MOP if you were on Drink Champs? What questions would you ask? Anything. You just ask any question. Any MOP fans out here, ask the question, and I'm gonna make a list of the questions. I'm gonna say, yo, Nori, these are the questions that our people asked for MOP. So y'all go ahead and ask them. October 10th, we'll be down in Miami. I'm gonna be down there a couple more days. I gotta get my golf and I'll bring my sticks down there, and I'll be down there playing golf, enjoying some of that nice warm weather. What and where? Well, I answered that question. What was the first show? The MOP first show was at a place called the Melting Pot in New York City. It was for the release of the album. It was the album release party for the To the Death album, and that was the first show. No. Let me get it right. The first show at MOP, if you consider it, was Fame at the Muse in New York City. That was the first show. Shout out to my brother Omar Epps, Silver D, and all the people that was in the car that day when I picked Fame up and took him to the Muse, because he said that Fame said to me that he could rhyme. And I said, okay, you can rhyme. I don't know what's going on. So I used to take Fame around the neighborhood, and he used to freestyle battle everybody. That was the thing back then. You hear Jay-Z talking about it. You hear Bleak talking about it. But that was a thing back then when you would just pull up on projects and find the best rapper and bring your artists out there and let them. And Fame would eviscerate. There were two amazing rappers in the neighborhood during that time. There was Fame and Smooth the Hustler. Those two guys were incredible. And Fame would go out there and eviscerate people. I still remember the rhyme. And he would go out there and just blaze people. And so I took him to the Muse and put him in front of an audience that night. Marley Marl was on. DOS Effects was out. Master Ace and everybody was rocking. And Fame went up there and freestyled. And shout to Silver D from DJ Kid Capri. And he rocked out, and Fame did his thing. So shout out to Silver D and everybody. Omar Epps, too. Shout out to Omar Epps, my brother Omar Epps. We used to hang out real tough back in the days. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get with Omar and talk to him about doing another video with me.
Who got the keys to my bimmer? Who am I? The girls them sugar. How can I make love to a fella in a rock?
Every time we take a child off the street, we save a life, especially in Brooklyn. Potentially saving a life or giving an opportunity. The great thing about hip hop is that it gave opportunities to people who didn't understand any other way out and didn't have options. So that's what you got to understand. It gave opportunities. Thank you for that. Yeah, we should do a song with another. I don't think Noriega's making so much money with Drink Champs. Nori is now on another level. He is in that. Nori is in the white people zone. I'm gonna say that to him. I say, you're in white people zone right now. This is where you start to hang out with all the rich white designer people on private yachts and all that stuff. Where they test and see how far you'll go. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, Nori. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. This is when you're at that level. You know what I'm saying? When when you've made so much money, and now they when the rich designer white people know you, that means you've arrived in entertainment. Oh, yeah. Shout about one time for your mind. Let's go, y'all. Come on. All right. So why do you guys stay underground instead of going? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because that's what they were comfortable with. Listen, at the end of the day, first of all, Billy was drinking Hennessy every. I'm glad Billy don't drink no more. So Billy was drinking Hennessy a lot, and Fame, Fame was just rolling. And during the time when Biggie had told Fame that he was doing an R&B record, which is basically what Biggie did. Biggie did an R&B record, and he actually just put hard lyrics, he spit Paul's hard lyrics on it, and he told that to slap, and I was there, and then Bill and Fame just sort of kept it hood because that's what they knew. The honest thing about MOP is they rap their experiences, and so what they experienced, they know. And even though I tried to, I always would try. I'd be like, maybe we don't got to curse through the whole record. we could try to. Can we try to get some radio? You're like, fuck out of here. I was like, all right, whatever. all right. We gonna roll what we rolling with. Omar Epps and I was in a movie together, Scrambling, Hempstead, Long Island. Yeah, Omar's my brother. Shout to Omar Epps. Loved him to death. Used to stay at the crib, hang out with me. Me and Omar did a lot of miles traveling together, man. Great man. Love Omar Epps. That's my brother of mine, man. Shout to him and his wife. Just a great dude, man. Omar. Love Omar. That's my bro right there. Shout to Omar Epps, man. Great career as an actor. And also, fun fact, Omar Epps, I had him do a couple of videos. One was a Ain't No Crime video for Paz K and My Kind of Nigga for MOP. So in case you didn't know, Omar Epps directed that video. In case you didn't know. Okay, all right. Let's do Black Facts real quick. Angeline, you gonna have to call in, all right? Why don't you call in and do Black Facts? All right, let me go to blackfacts.com. Let me go to blackfacts.com for all my people out there. And we got to do Black Facts because yesterday, Miz was so out of control. I think it's important that we do Black Facts. Fact of the day, September 27th, 1827, Hiram R. Level's first black U.S. senator was born. How about that? I don't know how that happened. In an era where educating black children was illegal in North Carolina, Revels attended a school taught by free black women and worked for years as a barber. How about that? In 1845, he was ordained as a minister of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, AME, and served as a preacher and religious teacher throughout the Midwest, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Tennessee, Missouri, and Kansas. How about that? When Civil War broke out in 1861, rebels helped recruit 2 black regiments from Maryland. In 1862, when black soldiers were permitted to fight, he served as a chaplain for black regiment campaigns in Vicksburg, Jackson, and Jackson, Mississippi. Woo, that music is rocking this morning. Rebel entry into Reconstruction politics occurred in 1968 when the military commander tapped him to serve on the Natchez City Council. In 1870, the state Congress selected Revels to fill a vacant seat in the U.S. Senate. The debate surrounding his eligibility hinged on 1857 Dred Scott decision, which precluded African-American citizenship. Man, Dred Scott, remember that? If you don't, look up Dred Scott. He served in 1871, 1873, 1876 to 1882. Later in life, he served again as a minister. They're like, wait a minute, we can't let them be in the Senate. This is crazy. They tried it. They was like, we can't do this. His signature issue was civil rights, including the integration of schools and equal opportunities for black workers. Woo! For more Black Facts, go to blackfacts.com. Let history be no mystery. Or it could be a Miz story. Shout out to Miz. History will repeat itself if you let it be a mystery. That's what I'm trying to say to y'all. Still scared of us, MOP? Well, yeah, MOP is who they are. In Durham, there you go. Troy Mumford, good morning. Mr. Spice, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Reggae Wednesday, we rocking this morning. Let me check on my sister April Leon, see how she's doing. I don't know if she's up. April, you know the deal. Answer if you don't answer. And Dr. D Nice comes in on Wednesday too.
Good morning.
Good morning, April Leon. How you feeling, sis? Wow, Reggae Wednesday. So, April.
Yes, sir.
How are you this morning, April?
I'm okay. I'm tired, but I'm okay.
We were talking about Brownsville
work
all morning, April. So I just wanted to, every time I think about
yes,
I think about you and your contributions to some of the legends in Brownsville, and you were doing legendary service. For those that don't know, April used to be over at Redirection in Brownsville. So a lot of y'all may know April from
yes,
there.
Sir.
And now April ended up founding her own school in Coney Island, which is Brownsville, the annex to Brownsville.
Well, you know, when I was going through the new school proposal process, because I went through an entire process. People think I was just given the school. I was just hired into a school, but that was not my route. However, when I was writing my proposal and going through the steps, Jocko at the BRC
Shout out to Jocko.
actually was one of my partners on paper, and he wanted my school to be in Brownsville, and I was praying that my school would be in Brownsville. But when you get chosen, like you don't really have a say in where your school goes.
Right.
So it was heartbreaking to me when they told me I was going to be in Coney Island. I was like, Coney Island, like I don't belong there. Like I belong in Brownsville. And when, I was speaking to Jocko, I was like, almost to the point, like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
And he's like, listen, he said, I'm going to fight for your school to be here. But remember, wherever your school is, there are young people that need you.
Right.
If you're just going to do there what we would do here in Brownsville. And when I got to Coney Island, that was my first thing. Like, it was about bringing people together in Coney Island. It was just about being Jocko in Coney Island. And it's because of him that I opened the school with the mindset that I did, that I run my school every day with the mindset that I do. That hope is inside, I carry to Coney Island. And because of Jocko and his idea of hope being inside, that's actually, hope has a lot to do with my dissertation as well. So Brownsville and Jocko is forever a part of me.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, listen, it's not blood. That's why I get along with April. I understand her. I like Jada Chef and everybody around my neighborhood. I understand our mentality because we come from that. And no matter if you're from Brownsville, you get it. Brownsville is a very special kind of neighborhood. We understand, and we all can sometimes be self-destructive. You know what I'm saying? And we always have to work over those hedges. You know what I'm saying? Of getting over stuff, because a lot of kids that grew up in Brownsville, they didn't have the option. That's what makes the MOP story so incredible. You know what I'm saying? It makes the MOP story so incredible because we're not supposed to be here. Billy said we give a voice to the voiceless. He said, why are you so loud on your records? And did Wu-Tang shake y'all up when he came? No, Wu-Tang is different, man. Wu-Tang, I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't a big fan of Wu-Tang when they first came out. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was kind of weird. It's like
exactly. That was just the word I was going to use. Like, I remember watching that first video. I was like, this is weird. Like, why are they so weird?
Yeah.
That was exactly my first impression. But I since have come far from that original impression.
I'm a big fan of Wu-Tang. Shout out to RZA. RZA's my man. I've known RZA before when he was different. I've known RZA and those dudes back in the day. So when they came out Wu-Tang, I was like, this is some left field dust. Like, y'all smoking What y'all doing? But but I after that first record, because my boy Horace, they did most of the album in Horace's studio in Ohio. A lot of the album they did out there. So I was privy to the Wu-Tang stuff early, even before it came out. Shout out to Steve Rifkin over at Loud, who's a personal friend of mine. Shout out to everybody. And I ended up really respecting RZA's creativity and the crew's creativity and how they've come so far for that from where they started. Yeah. They're an amazing group. Yeah. Shout out to R.I.P. ODB. Now you realize it was genius, but it was definitely left field. It wasn't something that It
was absolutely genius. But what I'm telling you, that was my firm. Like, this is weird. I think like they had the video, like they were coming out of like the Wu-Tang, the wonton
it was weird.
Box or something like some
Chinese food box.
Chinese food box. like
Jizza, my man, Jizza, incredible lyricist. Shout out to Pat, Easy Mo B, and those dudes from that side. Jizza is amazing. AB Money, the whole crew over there on that side. Jizza was great. Jizza was on Coachillin' back then, so that's how we knew Jizza. And to me, I still think Jizza and Deck probably two of the best lyricists ever, lyrically. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to Jizza and Deck. And I was like, how they gonna get paid? All these people, all these people make money. It's like a million guys rapping, but it was definitely a great experience for hip hop, the Wu-Tang Clan. So we love them. Shout to rest in peace to my brother Mercury in Staten Island over there, because we performed out there in Staten Island often, and shout to Mercury out in Staten Island. Great dude, great guy. The Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to mess with.
And in my little wild days, I used to go out to Staten Island and be on Park Hill.
Park Hill. That's a hill too. That hill was real too.
that hill is real.
That's definitely another real hill. A lot of real hills out there.
Fact. Out in Stapleton. So I was just like, I didn't know y'all could be wild out here in Staten Island.
Oh, they wild. They definitely wild out in Staten Island, man. They different wild in Staten Island. Staten Island's a different kind of wild. It's crazy out there. So, next week we're going to do Drink Champs. And if you got questions, y'all putting in questions, put a question. I'm going to put it together. And I'm going to ask Nori these questions. I'm going to ask Nori. I'm going to say, hey, Nori, I do a morning, blah, blah, blah. And these are my people, and they want to know these questions. These MOP fans want to know these questions. So y'all put your questions in the chat, and then we'll talk about it. And I'm gonna make sure Nori answers those questions. We got questions for you, Nori. What up? Right. What up, Dre? Yeah. So that's gonna be great. Now the next and also did you hear me talk about that they I was talking to I was with Buster the other day, and Ebony Magazine and Ebony the Vibe and Essence Magazine were doing something with Samsung. It was like, Samsung, we're gonna do the Black Magazine Day. We get all the Black magazines together. But anyway, Busta Rhymes, salute to my brother Busta Rhymes. He got the cover, and I was with him the other day celebrating the cover. And he's from Brownsville, and so they said they wanted me to be part of one of the 50 hip hop execs of all time, one of the top 50 execs of all time. So I was like, me, my joke was, what happened? Y'all ran out of people?
You know what, Lays? I need you to sit down and stop. Like, can you please allow yourself to receive the flowers that you deserve?
Yeah.
You grind. You have always grinded so hard, and not just for yourself, especially not for yourself. Like, you have taken on the responsibility to be the big brother, to be the father, to be the beacon of light, to bring others out. And that grind has been real. It's not like MOP was getting thrown on the radio. You had to work harder. You had to be more creative. You had to fight a different kind of fight. than many other producers, and allow yourself to be celebrated, ladies. Like, it's not about running out of people. It's just about it being your time.
I was just making. Listen, I was making a joke, April, but you know,
you were making a joke, but you wasn't making a joke. Like, I know you, ladies. I speak to you on a regular basis. So yeah, you were joking, but you really wasn't joking. You know, allow yourself to be honored and celebrated. You guys earned it. You earned it. Regardless of where we are, you know, in our current time, there's a purpose for you. So continue to grind, continue to shine, and receive your flowers and be celebrated and be honored.
I love the process. A lot of people don't love the process. They want the gifts, but you can spend the money, you can spend the gifts, but the process and the accomplishments in a world where, you know, you talking about us, they didn't want us in here. You know, it's hard to deal with, you know, I didn't know how to do things coming into the business. I had to learn firsthand. And a lot of times I didn't make the smart decisions. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always the smartest decision. I'm not going to say the company, but I got out of one deal with a 380 and a chessboard. So it's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. But anyway, so, you know, I'm happy about that. And also, we do have to get together, and I'm going to talk to Benny Boom and a couple of other people about the documentary, because it's got to be done right. It's got to be done from a level that and it's got to be explained. And I'm going to sit down with Rock Nation and talk to people who actually know. Like, there are people who get it in the business that understand what MOP means to the world, who pay attention, who are astute at it. I can't get the average fan that doesn't know the business, because you wouldn't know what we had to go through and what I had to fight through to continue to keep us at the top of the conversation without help, without any assistance from anybody.
Right.
So you can't explain that. All y'all see is the results. Oh yeah, MOP was on. They played Annie up on you. Okay, great. But you don't see what I had to go through to do that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, no, it's not going to be boring. That's the point. That's why we're doing Drink Champ. Thank you. That's why we didn't. That's why I made that conversation the other day about the Math Hoffa thing. I love Math Hoffa. I love what they're doing, but I didn't want to make this the business did me wrong story. I want to make it an accomplishment story. MOP story has got to be about triumph. It's got to be about,
you know what,
overcoming.
ladies, and I'm so happy, you know, you're saying that.
Right.
You know, I think that often the stories of the struggle and the strife gets highlighted and it stays there.
Right.
But you all have evolved, and we don't often get to see the evolution and get to hear about the evolution. So as you think through that process of how you want it to be, I just think that one of the most important pieces of it all is to have the story of evolution told.
Billy and Fame are rock stars. When I was with Fame the other night, April, and let me tell you something. I was with him the other night. I watch people. I'm so proud. I watch people pull up to him. I watch the cameras click for him. I mean, listen, Fame and I have been rocking together since 1992. 1992. I mean, I've known him as a kid, but I mean, his intro to the Hit Labs Real was 1992, the compilation that I had to do to get Fame a deal. Shout to Denny Cordell, shout to Chris Blackwell. So to get from that space to even have a record that we did 24 years ago, shout to DR period, that's still relevant today, and to see Fame looking great in shape with his locks and just really looking like a rock star, where girls will go, "Oh, that's Fame." I'm hearing them. "Oh, that's Fame." To see what he's come through as an artist, man, shout to MOP.
Right.
Shout to MOP, shout to Billy
Shout out
James.
to
I gotta, you know.
This here feels like the whole entire world collapsed.
Shout them out. Let's go. Shout them out, April.
About to have me run somebody off the road.
MOP now. What you want now? What you want?
Wow. You know what I'm saying?
See, like right away, my foot went onto the gas pedal. Like I had to go
back. You know, yeah. There's a purpose there's a purpose to what we do, and it's really a purpose to what we do, and the fact that they're doing this around the world without, you know, and we don't, you know, it's like we got this little store. You know what I'm saying? We sell a certain type of product. You know what I'm saying? And we take that product around the world. I mean, at the end of the day, we're still touring. MOP is going to be, they got a full touring. We're in front of, you know, thousands of people every week. It's just us. Sometimes it's just us. Like the other day, we had Maya, 112, and all those other people, right? It was great. All right, y'all cool. But y'all not us. Y'all not us. In spite of. And that's what I'm giving. That's the answer. That's what I'm giving to. That's what I want the lesson to be.
Yeah.
My people from Brownsville that grew up in Brownsville, y'all special kind of people. It's a different thing that we on, a different type of time that we on, a different type of April Leon. That's why I understand you. You on a different type of time. And sometimes it's not going to be politically correct. It's not going to always be something that people want to hear or whatever. Sometimes it's going to be off to certain people.
They don't get it, like, and they're not going to get it. And it's not for them to get, you know, again, like you think about Jocko. Jocko was given so many deals to go anywhere he wanted to go.
Right.
And he stood in Brownsville, and his heart and his dedication was to Brownsville, was to the BRC.
Yeah.
And he didn't go, you know, he went against the grain all the time.
Yeah.
The Parks Department, you know, cannot control him, nor could they do anything about him.
Yeah.
And people don't get that. Like, people don't really get every favor Jocko asked for was for other people. It was always about something else or somebody else. Right. It was never about or for himself.
Right.
So to see that kind of selfless leader who was a star, who was talented, who again could have been anywhere he wanted to be, and chose to be back home. You know, people don't get that. People don't understand that realness.
Because being back home is even, that's a thing too, because, you know, the people that will hurt you is normally the people that's back home with you, because they don't know how to process their trauma, and we implement that trauma on each other. That's the reality of the situation. We only know how to bring that trauma on ourselves because we don't feel we deserve anything. And that's a problem that I deal with all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't feel.
I suffer from that, all of survivor guilt, buyer's remorse. Like it just is what it is. It's ingrained. But I think that's God's way of keeping us level and keeping our core pure as well.
Well, I mean, you can just keeping true to yourself, you know, and I think that's important too. True to yourself is really where you got to stay to. Shout out to Billy. I know Billy has survivor's guilt. I know he has it. They lost so many of their people. Some of the people at MOP were lost their lives so early. I know they suffered through that, but we all just have different coping mechanisms. These are guys that I play stickball, punchball with, played skelly with, flip baseball cards with. They not here no more. I tell you, I see them all in my head all the time. I see them. And I'm like, oh man, remember him? And I see him as the young child they were when we grew up together. And it bothers me that they're not here. And it bothers me that we've normalized our brothers and sisters not being here with us, getting old with us. We've normalized that. That bothers me. because that doesn't happen anywhere else. It happens to us, happens in Lebanon, it happens in Beirut, it happens in certain areas in the world, and it happens in Brooklyn, Brownsville, Brooklyn. We've normalized not growing up with our brothers
Brooklyn,
and sisters.
Coney Island, Brooklyn,
Queens,
like,
Staten Island, some neighborhoods in Harlem, the Bronx,
some neighborhoods, right?
Yeah, we've normalized that, and I think we, for me, MOP is a victory for us. That's why if we do it, it's a victory.
It's such a victory, and again, like, I just would love, for that evolution to be highlighted, like who they've become, who they are.
Right.
Billy being, his awesome dad, this man who's at home. People don't get to see that side of the story. And I think, sometimes Drink Champs, sometimes it's still about celebrating, some of the nonsense that, we've grown out of. Let's look at the adult side. Look at the evolution. Let's look at.
It's an entertainment show, though. You got to play the entertainment game.
Yeah. Absolutely. But I just think that, and this isn't really not about as much about Drink Champs as much as it is about where we need to be. Yeah. Where are we highlighting the evolution of individuals, right, where they get to be looked at and looked upon as a different kind of light for those who are coming up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also showing other people how to survive in this entertainment world. I mean, a lot of people don't know that, how to survive, because we're not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Based on the numbers, based on some of the things, MOP's not supposed to survive. Like, I had a conversation with a guy the other day, and he was talking about it. I said, well, listen, it's set up for you to, it's a bad deal. It's like a loan sharking in the music business. So if a record company gives you money, it's like if you own a house and you get a bad deal on your house, it doesn't matter. If you sign a contract for that house, even though you live in that house and you hook the house up, the bank still own the house. You gotta negotiate your way out of the deal or re-deal. Get yourself in a position where that house is so strong it can't work without you, and then you can negotiate, as opposed to getting on social media complaining and all the stuff that people do. It's a dumb deal because you won't win. I told these guys that, just like that NFT nonsense. I told them another loser story. Get out of here with that nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I said, listen. I said, listen, it's a bad deal. I said, at the end of the day, but if you did a bad deal, accept the deal, change the terms, working within the system to change the terms, because you're not going to go again. You might have 1 in a million that may go against the system and win. You got one Master P, but for the most part, you got 100,000 artists every week coming out that you'll never hear about, that you won't even hear about. So if your stuff ain't worth nothing, then what do you want? You're going to have to take on partners. You're going to have to do business with people. You're going to have to get in situations where you need allies. You can't go out there and fight these wars by yourself. It is real out there. I'm telling you right now, it's tough. And if you don't get out there and partner up and do the right stuff and manage to stop fighting everybody, you know what I'm saying? You can't fight everybody. You got to find a friend to survive in this business. So shout to the world famous, and Billy and Fame got that. You talk to Billy now, he's like, yeah, right. No, I'm not fighting them. No, we gotta go fight. That's not the fight we need to have. Our fight we need to have to continue to get out there and push our brand around the world, so people know that we here. The best right. winner is a guy that's present. But when in your school, you're like, if you show up, you got a shot. You know what I'm saying? The world is full of people that don't show up. Showing up means you got a shot. You know what I'm saying, April? But anyway, yeah. I'm very happy. And thank you very much for coming on this morning. And yes, whatever happens, I don't know. You know how these things go. They talking to you. The fact that they acknowledge me, I'm happy about that. And we're gonna have some fun on Drink Champs next week. And we're gonna make it it's a celebration for us. It's not
celebration.
It's a celebration.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, yes, it's a celebration. Because we come from the bottom. When I say the bottom. When when you get my story,
people don't get the bottom.
People don't understand what the bottom is. You know what I'm saying? We come from the bottom. And when you get our story, it's not about where we've been, it's about where we are. It's about where we are and where we're going. Because where you've been shouldn't control your life. All right. April Leon, everybody. Love you, sis. I'll talk to you later.
Love you later.
My sister April Leon. Love April, man. She understands. April understands me. She's from where I'm from. So when you're talking about what we've done and what we've accomplished, April Leon gets it. You know what I'm saying? That's important. Let's go to Dr. D Nice real quick. Oh, Reggae Wednesday. Dr. D Nice, Beaujolais. I tried to give you the link, Dr. D Nice, since you were home, but we'll call you on the phone. I like different perspectives. Kimberly, don't go nowhere. We're going to talk to you too. Dr. D Nice. Wait a minute. Let me get your music going. My fault.
Right. That's important.
Very important.
Morning, late break.
Dr. D Nice, Beaujolais in the house. Shout to my OSG family. Shout to my MOP First family. Come on, let's go, y'all. Her name is D Nice. I said, her name is D Nice. Her name is D Nice. Checking out you suckers, but you better call a doctor. Dr. D Nice. Good morning, Dr. D Nice. Well, Uncle Lace, you know every time you bring on Dr. D Nice, you know I have to come and say hello. All right.
What's going on, Lindsay?
Well, I have a bone to pick with Lace. What's that, Lee? Yesterday, you had Miz on yesterday, and he had a very strange outfit on. They're very familiar in my world, but it was strange that he would have it out there like that. Well, listen, Lindsay, you have to understand something, that Miz is crazy. That's what I'm saying. But he was making a genius statement. He was saying that racism is alive and well in New York City, and that's what he was trying to say. And so, go ahead, Miz. All right. Anyway, but
interpretive dance version.
The interpreted Mizzard version. So, Dr. D Nice. So, are you gonna tune in to Drink Champs on the 10th?
Okay. Yes, I will. You just have to. So, I always watch Drink Champs when people I know are on there, people I like.
Dr. D Nice, I'm not going to chase you down personally to give you the date. Now I got to put it out there for the world. I'm going to need you to scribble that down.
I'm gonna put it in my phone. I do. Okay. So my question for you is, Lays.
What's that?
Is Drink Champ? Is it recorded live?
I don't know their business. What are you talking about? I don't know how they do it. It's on Revolt.
Well, I don't know.
But there'll be clips. I mean, there'll be clips out there. As you can see. Wait for the clips.
You know what I'm asking? Like, is it like, I know when it's coming out. I'm gonna watch it for sure. But is it recorded live? Can we watch as it's happening?
I think
like
so.
You're doing the show now.
I think they do it. I think they do it live. But then they also they do it live, and they keep it going during the week. So yeah, I think that's what they do. You see that? You see that? This is why I love Dr. D Nice. She will definitely, she lives in her, this is a country doctor who lives in her zone. She lives in her world, okay? This is her world.
Hey, I watched.
You got Dr. No.
No, I say I watched Kanye. Who else did I watch? I watched a few from Drink Champs. One of the people I like are on there. Watch it for sure.
The best chef, what song you had the best memories in the studio? I don't know, because all the memories was different. You know what I'm saying? For me, I don't remember because I had always had so much going on in the studio. I don't even know. That's the thing. I don't even know what memories, because all were great memories, and just it felt like we were comfortable together. Our studio sessions are like barbecues. We'd all get together. There'll be so much other stuff going on. And that's why it's important for us to get in the studio. We can't make this album over email. Like, we got to spend a month in the studio in New York, right in the center of New York City. We got to be there, and I got to lock out the studio, and we got to live there for a month, and we got to make the album. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do.
When you were saying that the other day, I felt that in my soul. I'm like, man, that seems like it was such a cool environment. Yeah. I can see how you want music turn out so good. It's a vibe.
Yeah, no, that's energy. It's not just the song. You feel the energy in the song. That's us hanging out, being together, getting mad at each other, cursing each other out. The music plays. We just we absorb ourselves in the world of our own making, and we don't look around. And people come into our space, and we take over the studio. Like when we go to the studio, we take it over. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's crazy. There's all kinds of stuff happening. It's loud. It's not a quiet environment. You got to hear Teflon. You got to hear Sean. You got to hear these guys come in the studio. Fox, even Fox, who's not in the best of health, who will come in there, be cursing people out. You got to hear the energy of an MOP session. And all that's happening while me and either Fame or the engineers over the board trying to get the song done. With everybody yelling into your ears and food. It's crazy. One day
sounds like organized chaos.
Organized chaos. That's what we call it. Organized chaos. If you would record it, sometimes we'll leave the mic on and you'll just hear that energy and it'll be on the record. And you don't even know it's in the record, but all that energy, that secret sauce is in the record. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes the MOP record so live. People don't even understand that amount. And I know the difference when we just making records. We'll send an email and say, "Yo, do your verse," you know what I'm saying? And then send the email back. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. It's got to be not the same. It's got to be crazy. It's got to be loud. It's got to be out of control. It's got to be out of control. That's what makes a great album. That's what makes a great album.
We're just built for communities, you and I. We vibe off each other.
Right.
You just feel each other. You see how it is when you're around somebody and y'all are really connecting.
Right.
It's a cool thing.
So I got a call. I got a call from somebody, and I don't want to say the name. All right. Very close to Jay and Rock Nation. And so they were talking to me about the next album. And I'm not saying that that's where we would do it with, the next album, right? Rock Nation. But I got a call, because they put feeler calls out. And they said to me, this person, this very powerful entertainment person said to me, he said, "Hey, Lays, you got to understand that if y'all do the business with them, it's not about," I guess they sent a kite out. They said, "It's not about how much money we're going to make. It's about the impression y'all going to have on the world that they want to be a part of." He said, "So don't immediately, don't." He thought I was going to have a negative opinion. I was like, no, this is a great conversation to have. And I know who sent you. I said, "I know who sent you." I said, "No, it's great." I said, "It's great." I said, because they want to be a part of that energy that they can't kill.
They can't, they can't reproduce it, so they have to just get the original.
Yeah, we got to be a part of it. Yeah, this is history. So it's important, Dr. D Nice. So make sure on the 10th, you tune in, and
yeah, I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
Thank God we put it. Thank God you put, thank God for that calendar, Dr. D.
Well, no. It's horrible. Let me tell you what happened. Me and this calendar have been falling out a little bit here lately.
Okay.
I forgot 2 things already this past 2 weeks. I'm so annoyed.
Well, at least you didn't forget at least you didn't leave any tools in a person in one of your patients. You just don't forget that stuff.
I maybe could if I did surgery, but since I don't do surgery, we're good on that.
Dr. D Nice says she doesn't do. Thank God she doesn't do surgery. Oh, that's hilarious. So, Dr. D Nice, make sure you do it. And also, just they talked to me about being on this 50 all-time hip hop executive list.
I saw you. I heard you. Like, you're the man. We know you're the man. Come on.
I'm not. See, I don't even take that. I said we're all men, but all women in this world, and I don't take that I'm the man stuff. But yeah. At the end of the day, the fact that they even had the conversation with me, I'm happy about it. And let's see where it goes. Let's see how the conversation goes. I just made a joke. I was like, I ran out of people. That's what I told them. But we'll see how it goes. And they said because my ability to navigate and what I've done and to be able to maintain and navigate through all of the traps that are in this game, they wanted to give me my flowers for that. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. Ebony Magazine, Essence Magazine, Vibe Magazine. Thank you.
Rightly so. You're amazing, ladies. We know that. We see that. We're with you every day.
Thank you. Well, we have a great time every day, everybody. This is your boy, Uncle A, to the Raw Perspective Morning. Email, shout to my OSG family. Shout to my MOP First family. Thank you, Dr. D Nice. And listen, you have a great day, sis. And make sure you put in your calendar.
One more question.
Yeah.
What time? I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
I don't know. I don't know what time. I'll talk about it later. Dr. D Nice, everybody. Have a great day, sis. Bye. Dr. D. Oh my God. Some people you just got to drag and you got to walk. No, I need to know. Excuse me. Could you have Nori call me? Could you just get just tell FN to ping me? Really? Oh my God! Tell FN to ping me. Oh my God! Let's call Kim before I get out of here today. Let's say
good morning,
Good morning, Kimberly Robinson. How you feeling? Oh my God!
Dr. D Nice is so cute.
She is special. I love Dr. D Nice.
She's so cute. Her and April.
Yeah. April's the shit. So, you've been hearing all this stuff going on this morning, right, Kim? Are you there, Kim?
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You got a moment?
I got a moment.
All right. Go back to the. So anyway, how you feel about this Drink Champ stuff with MOP? How you feel about that?
Well, I love Drink Champs, although I have to say I've never seen a complete episode, but I love them. I love Nori and stuff.
Right.
And thank God, because I'm ready to see you guys. I'm ready to see you guys on the screen outside of videos and watching clips of your shows.
Yeah. Well, with the best kept secret, always been the best kept secret. We've always been working in the shadows, doing what we're doing. And the fact is that they called us. It's a celebration. So don't expect any boo-hooing on this show. Anybody?
I don't accept it. I don't expect it at all. That's why I wrote up there. Nothing sappy about you guys or your journey. I don't expect anything sappy.
Great journey.
Yes, congratulations.
What was the song that almost didn't make it that became a hit? I don't understand that question, Ja. You got to elaborate. But now, here's something I want to talk to you before we go. So the other day, Kim, you will not believe this. I was with Busta Rhymes the other day. We went over to do this thing over at the Samsung building with Busta Rhymes. He was getting this. He had the cover of Essence and all this other stuff. It was a great
nice.
Day. Yeah, all the big hitters in the house. He shouted us out. We got a standing ovation in the room. It was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. But while I was up there, because I was waiting for Fame, because we're gonna go in together, because it was like it was over capacity, and they had to sneak us in the back door. So I had to wait for Fame. Fame cruising in with his driver. Shout to Fat. So he comes in, but I want to get a drink. Now I can't get a drink from there because they got vodka and all that stuff, and I don't drink vodka. No disrespect to vodka, but I'm not a vodka drinker. If I have a drink, it's gonna be bourbon or whiskey or scotch.
Okay,
that's what I do. I'm a grown ass man. I drink.
All right.
I drink grown man liquor. Okay. So anyway, so I couldn't find a spot, so they told me to go across the street. I went across the street to this bar. What kind of song almost didn't make it? Oh yeah, I got a lot of those. That's what Chef is asking. So I went to this bar and they were kind of closed. They said, "Well, listen, go. We have another bar that's our sister bar right down the block. Go there." So I went there and I ran into one of my old friends. She used to work with us back in the days on some of our videos. Back in the day, she worked for the video company. She said, "Well, this is a different kind of party. This is a field party. Do you know what a field party is?"
No.
Oh my God!
Okay. I don't think so.
All right. It's a old school swinger party. Yo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I walked into the joint, and they made me download an app. Right. I had to download an app, and I had to specify what I was into. So lays straight. I'm a male. Straight. That deal.
What are you into?
Right, yeah. Well, that's what they had to down. I ain't to nothing right now. How about that? I'm into nothing.
They trying to figure some stuff out here.
Yeah. It was single, like, okay, that's what single social event, but all kinds of singles. So they give you I didn't wear the buttons. They give you these buttons. On the button, it specifies your thing. They had terms like poly. I found out that poly was a term. That's a person that's into multiple relationships.
I was going to say, but I don't think you want to be a poly, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a poly. I don't got that much energy, time, or fluid. I don't have that much left. Can you imagine managing that many personal relationships? It's like your own personal schizophrenia. I can't. I'm already crazy. Why? How can I do that? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Shane Clark, good morning. But I did go in there, and then people were running around, and so people were coming up, and they were pinging the app on my phone. I didn't see that till later. But it was a weird, because I had people walking around, and there were a lot of beautiful women in there. There were and most people were married. I didn't know that a lot of them were married.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's the life. There's not enough to go around. So they have to have these parties like this to bring in new recruits. You're a new recruit.
No, I got out of there. They had a good bar, and I had a bourbon and 2 sips. That's all I need. I don't need 2 glasses. I had 1 glass of bourbon and 2 sips, and I got out of here. But then it was like people were walking up to me and my homegirl, and she had a guy with her, by the way, and she's married to. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna tell her business.
Not to the man that her arm was around, though.
So, put like this, she was explaining to me as we were going in what the situation was with her and the guy. You know what I'm saying? But then he was like, it wasn't just her he was into. He might have been into some hymns too. Like it was a wild situation. Yeah. It was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So I was like, all right. All right. Let me just figure this thing out. But I would see people with multiple buttons on. It was crazy. I was like, you know what? Let's just say I won't go to any more field parties, by the way. I just want to just tell you this.
There's not enough condoms to go around.
Not enough. Yo, definitely they should have a urgent care right on the scene.
On the inside.
They need that urgent care, right? Well, people can get tested and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, right.
They're definitely too old to be, because you know, the thing is, if you go to some of the old folks' homes and all that stuff, you know, the sexually transmitted diseases is a big deal. It's a big deal right now. So, you know, people think they ain't got to strap it up. I'm like, definitely. I was like, yo, man.
What is happening?
What is happening? Well, that's what I'm saying to myself. So anyway, so you don't go to any of those parties, do you?
No. I have been invited. I won't say I have not been. I say I do not go.
There you go. I like that. So since I downloaded the app, I've been getting pinged. So I finally learned how to turn it all off. Because I'm trying to delete the damn thing. Remember, listen.
That's the thing. I don't think you can delete it now.
No, you can't. It stays in your thing, in your cloud. Now, because remember, I was locked down for 35 years, in a sense. You know, if you look at it, you know what I'm saying? Because I had, remember, so after I had a roommate, and then I got married, then I got married again. Now,
living a life.
Yeah, but I ain't say I was.
You could have did it all at once had you had the app earlier.
Yeah, they didn't have the apps during that process.
I know.
So now that I'm out here, you know, living my best life, right? I didn't know. I've never signed up for any apps, you know, like dating apps, because that's how people meet now. Because I'm old school. I'm like, yo, if I see you at a bar, or if I run into you, or if and we hang out, I'm used to interaction, like meeting a woman, talking to her, having a good time, and then building it from that space. Not, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read about you first. Read all your shortcomings, your goings ons, and now we meet, and then I'm like,
right.
You lied.
Yeah, you got to balance that out, you know. But now, because people on the social media, people put their best selves up.
Yes.
You know, like
their representative.
What I like about you, Kim, let me just say this to you. Full transparency. You're not the girl that just only put the picture up to her shoulder. You put the whole picture of yourself up there. I love that about Kim. And by the way, Kim is beautiful, by the way, in case you didn't see Kimberly Robinson. Hold on, let me get my sexy voice. Hi, Kim. She's a very beautiful woman.
Hey, you can't take this stuff seriously, Lay. So, yes, thank you very much, Lay. Thank you very much.
Very beautiful woman. Gracefully dealing with her middle age, like a beautiful middle-aged woman there.
Oh, God.
Really just, you know.
It's coming together, Maze. It is coming together.
Yeah. You can see she takes care of herself. And she handles herself properly. Like if she were to go to those parties, she would get pinged a lot. She would get pinged a lot.
And then I get scared. And run out the door.
Right, because we're from an era where that's weird to us. You know, like remember, it's weird to have that. Hold on, let me play.
Listen, when we were growing up, we could hardly talk about oral sex. We're like, what?
Yeah, oral sex. Forget about that. I mean, wait.
Not doing anything oral but reading.
Look, I can't do that. What are you talking about? That now that's out to that's before you get anything done. That's like
right.
Yo, Kim is hilarious. Good morning, everybody. I'm in the building. Now, Kim, you have to be nice now. You have to be nice.
Now, I have a question for Lindsay.
Yeah. But Lindsay wasn't there that night. I think Lindsay would have gotten in trouble. Oh my God, Lindsay was not.
Now,
there.
Lindsay had to be in the house when Joe Biden called LL Cool J boy.
Oh, okay, yeah. See. Oh my gosh.
That boy got some biceps on him. Whoa.
Yo, the boy. Yeah, he did call him boy. You know, in Joe Biden's defense, I just think in Joe Biden, he's an 80-something-year-old man. Come on.
Yeah.
In his life, he heard that word boy a lot without even thinking about it. He heard boy a whole lot. That ain't the first time Joe Biden said boy. Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me play my music for Kimberly at the
I got you sick.
I want to welcome you to this field meeting that we out here today.
Hey, yeah.
See the sexy music? I see that you are gracefully in your middle-aged space right now. Yeah.
Lays, but you know, after that comes a Lucille Ball clip where she falls down the stairs.
Right. There you go. Trust me, I understand that very well. If anybody gets that, I get it. Anybody gets it, look, in the mood with Kimberly Robinson. By the way, I'm gonna let everybody know something right out the gate. Kimberly again has disappointed Uncle Lace. The other day she was
play the mood song.
No, I can. Oh yeah, no. Wait. I know it's Reggae Wednesday, but we just adding the mood song. Hold on for a second. Chill, Troy. Hold on for a second. The other day, Kimberly was giving massages by Kim to my brother Freeway. Shout out to my brother Freeway. And she still has not made it to let Uncle Lay's experience massages by Kim. All right. The first time
life is good.
Life is funny. The first time we went overseas, Billy took the QE2. I thought it was crazy. No, that wasn't the first time. That's where we did our own tour. But yeah, we went overseas with Gangstar and did the Lucky Strike tour. That was fun. But MOP's first time, he took the QE2, and the promoter put them in steerage. But you see Titanic, when the Titanic goes down, it says, "Well, if you're here, you ain't getting out. You ain't getting out." So they called me. Shout to my assistant Star, rest in peace, Star Asia, the beautiful Star Asia. And so they had called me and was like, "Yo, we not doing this." Him and Rock, crazy ass. So I had to put them in first class on the QE2. That was like $30,000 per ticket.
Gee.
Yeah, it was crazy on the boat. And so they were up there on the boat, and they had to go. So when you go to dinner on the first class of a boat like the QE2, which is out of
because I've never been there, so please share that.
Oh man, you gotta wear a jacket, and if you don't have a jacket, they'll give you a jacket. So here's the picture.
Oh.
Picture Billy and Brock, big black, heavy set guy, right? With Timberland boots on and
yes.
Back then, Carhartt jeans, Timberland boots on, and hoodies with a dinner jacket over the.
Yes.
We're gonna tell that story on Drink Champs because Billy wouldn't fly. He would not fly back then. It's crazy. What is so funny. Anyway.
Would love to sing that.
Yeah, no.
Hey, ladies, congratulations for them wanting to honor you for this 50th. What is the 50th year of Hip Hop Top Exec?
Yeah. Hip Hop Top Execs. Yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate those guys. That was awesome.
Of course. If it weren't for you, a lot of this stuff in hip hop would have been. No, I mean, we wouldn't have seen. We wouldn't have known. Thank you.
Nah, well, listen. At the end of the day, I'm just me. I work every day, and I'm sometimes I'm within the process, and I'm the guy tinkering behind the curtain a lot. And I appreciate the acknowledgement. It's always good to be acknowledged. And at the end of the day, I do. My children can see that because my children never know what their dad's doing. All they know is he's going and he's coming back. So sometimes I'll be so tired. I'll be walking into the wrong place. Like one day, I was coming back from Europe. I walked into the wrong house. It was crazy. I'm off the plane, whatever. I walk into the house. It's another woman in there, and that next door neighbor in the house. I was like, "Oh, this big black guy comes in with a hoodie on, getting off a plane. You know how you dress when you're on a plane." I'm exhausted, and I walk into the wrong. I said, "Damn, my furniture looks different. Did this woman go shopping again? Anyway, another great show. Thank you, Kimberly Robinson. Thank you, April Leon, Dr. D.
Thank you, Lays.
Have a great day, and one day I will understand how great a massage by Kim is. One day, we will get it.
Soon come. Talk
to you later, Kim. Take care.
Thank you. Good day.
Have a good day, Kim. Yeah, I walked into the wrong house. Oh shit. I was like, oh shit. I did this Indian lady. She was like, oh my God. I was like, excuse me, lady. I'm sorry. I'm your neighbor. Sorry about that. This your boy Uncle Lays in the Raw Perspective Morning Email. Shout to my OSG family. Shout to my MOP First family. Crazy Miz. Crazy ass Miz. We gotta reel him in, tame him a little bit. Sometimes he can go too far. Miz, you've gone too far. Good Bay, have a great time. Y'all have a great day. Next week you'll see us on Drink Champ, the 10th. That's when we're gonna do it. I don't know when they're gonna air it. I don't know what their airing schedule is, but you'll see clips all over the internet. That's what they do. Shout to my MOP First family, Billy Fame. Love it. Y'all have a great day. We'll see y'all tomorrow, Thursday. We're strong. I'm gonna do a new mix tomorrow. Hey, listen, what kind of mix y'all want tomorrow? Y'all want grown groove, or y'all want hip hop, or y'all want classic old school? What do y'all want tomorrow? And I'll do it today. I'll do it today, and I'll have a new mix for y'all tomorrow, so we can jam tomorrow. Let me know what y'all want tomorrow. All right. Reggae Wednesday of all days. Just put it in the chat. What kind of mix y'all want? What kind of music y'all want tomorrow? And I'll do it tomorrow. And we'll have a fresh mix for tomorrow. If not, I'll play one of the older ones. Party mixes that we do. I like the party stuff on Thursday. Thursday, I like the party. OSG day. All right. House. Oh, I got a nice house mix. Oh, I got a great house. Angeline, I don't know. All right, so I'll play a house mix. If you get up early tomorrow morning, I have a house mix. Now, just to talk about house music for a second, shout to Larry Levan, Paradise Garage. They need to honor him more. Shout to all the dancers that was in the house music back in the days. Chicago, Detroit, Newark, New Jersey, Club Zanzibar, Sensations. So the house was a big deal back then, and a lot of dancers were in the house music. And so absolutely some of the house music is amazing. So I have a nice house mix that I can play early before 5:30. I'll play that if you want that, but you got to come on early tomorrow and I'll play a little house music. I don't think it's going to extend to people that don't want to hear hip hop, like that, but I can play a little house music for y'all. All right. Uncle Lay's in the building. Shout out. We see y'all tomorrow. Great show today, guys. We back. Oldies but goodies, Yeah, old school mix. A nice old school mix. I like that. I like old school. Okay, we'll do a little old school, a little groove mix tomorrow. Little outstanding, that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We'll do something like that tomorrow. We'll party like old school for a little bit. And I'll do a little house too. I'll throw a little move your body in there. A little Bentley's action in there tomorrow. Throw a little Bentley stuff in there. Give y'all a little taste of it. All right. Shane Clark, you want some hip hop? We do hip hop every day, Shane. Every day we do hip hop. So we got to do something just a little bit different, Shane. Come by tomorrow. See if you like it. Just a little different mix tomorrow. Hey, have a great day, everybody. Enjoy it. Be safe out there. And, at the end of the day, keep working. Whether they see it or not, at the end of the day, you got to keep working. The grass keep growing. The beat keep going. Let's work. And the great voice of Will Tracks. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, April. Thank you, Dr. D. Nice. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Salute. Reggae Wednesday, always my best day of the week. I love Reggae Wednesday. Have a great day, everybody. Again, congratulations to my brother Busta Rhymes. Thank you, Busta. Congratulations, brother.